Hallo! Heute für euch mal wieder LA Noir. Die erste Stunde kennt man ja bereits und wir spielen jetzt die letzte Mission im zweiten Abschnitt im Verkehrsdezernat, weil der ein sehr schönes Beispiel ist, wie das Spiel funktioniert. So, Verkehrsdezernat, zack. Und ich hoffe, diesmal habe ich keine Probleme mit dem Ton. Und wir starten jetzt das gefallene Idol. Zack. Die Uhr ist gestellt auf 20 Minuten. Wir werden natürlich länger brauchen. Ich schätze mal, so eine halbe Stunde wird es gehen. Ist wirklich sehr schön gemacht und überhaupt das Spiel gefällt mir sehr gut. Man kann sich frei in der Stadt bewegen. Also es ist Open World. Nach jedem Totalabschnitt kann man dann sich total frei bewegen, das geht. Und der Style ist gut getroffen, die Dialoge sind super, die Technik ist gut, es macht Spaß, es motiviert, es ist realistisch. Einziger Kritikpunkt ist, wie für Rockstar üblich wahrscheinlich, die Grafik. Die ist jetzt nicht so gut zum Teil. Die hat ein paar schwache Texturen zum Teil, aber das ist kein Kritikpunkt. Und wer es vorbestellt hat für 50 € bei Amazon, top. Es gibt wirklich viel zu tun. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, wie lang es ist. Wir haben jetzt ein Briefing bekommen. Und Licht und Schatten schaut einfach genial aus. Es ist sehr detailverliebt. Beeilt uns jetzt ein bisschen. Die Steuerung ist ein bisschen umständlich zu Anfangs, weil sie ungewohnt ist. Und ich habe so das Gefühl, sie ist auf Xbox eigentlich optimiert mit den Schulterbuttons und so. Und das ist ein bisschen komisch, weil man schießt ja und so eigentlich auf L1 zielen, R1 schießt und hier ist es halt auch wie bei Xbox die Trigger. Ist ein bisschen ungewohnt, aber machbar. So. Ich habe dieses Level natürlich schon gespielt. Also, das heißt natürlich, ja, ich fand es halt so toll, dass ich es euch zeigen wollte, weil es wirklich ein gutes Beispiel ist. Es hat Action zu Ende, also da könnt ihr euch freuen, da geht es noch richtig ab in den Level.
Her face looks familiar. Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, Beast of the Amazon.
Und das Spiel ist halt, es sind so wahnsinnig viele
Captain has moved to
Schauspieler.
Vegas now, but the two of them still have juice.
Ich meine, der Hauptcharakter wird von dem einen aus Mad Men, aus der Serie gespielt.
Long time no see.
Dialoge
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight. What do we have,
Gesten
Gonzalez?
und Mimik.
Broad drives right through the empty lot
Das
off the
ist
side of the
so
escarpment. For stories that a
gut
movie
gemacht
producer
und es
don't
fällt
turn her
jetzt nicht
friend.
auf und es wird jetzt auch
except Carl.
nicht irgendwie gesagt,
Is
ey,
anyone hurt?
Driver's
guck,
beat
wie
up.
krass wir das
Not too
gemacht
bad
haben.
considering. She hadn't hit that billboard.
Es ist einfach
Straight
da
from
und es
Baltimore.
funktioniert und es
Passengers
sieht
are
auch
just
gut aus und so.
She's just a kid.
Das
She's
wirkt
walking
einfach.
around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving.
Nur zum Teil ist ein bisschen Overacting von
Thanks.
Overacting.
One more thing.
Schauspieler.
Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
Ja. Ich habe den jetzt die ganze Zeit reingelabert,
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash
aber
site.
das macht nichts. Das Ding ist, wir haben einen Autounfall, was man ganz zu Anfangs gesehen hat. Hier, da ist das Auto reingecrashed.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, played out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best
Zwei
part.
Damen sind verletzt, eine mehr, eine weniger. So, jetzt schauen wir doch mal. Da ist ein Brief drin. Dear Jesse, bla bla bla, married, bla bla bla. So. Wichtig ist, wir müssen noch einmal komplett durchlesen, sonst wird er nicht als Hinweis hinzugefügt. Hinweise brauchen wir, um argumentieren zu können. Da ist ein Schlüpfer.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Okay, ja. Alles auf Samenspuren überprüfen. Tja, das ist ein Nummernschild. Jetzt gucken wir mal hier rein. Aha.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being
Wir können
relaxed
uns auch hier
tends to lessen
umgucken,
the
so ein
suspicion.
bisschen.
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, the head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it
Ja,
real?
genau. Großer Schauspieler.
I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
So, Abdrücke checken.
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever
Und
did
schön
it
ist auch,
wanted
dass
these
die
women dead.
ganzen Hinweise, die man findet, auch wirklich was bedeuten.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a
Und ein
cliff?
schönes Feature ist, was wir jetzt gleich sehen werden, ist, man kann Community, also man kann den Fall das Spiel im Mehrspieler-Spielen auf Umwegen indirekt, da man sozusagen der Social Club, den es gibt,
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's
Wenn-
okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name.
Intuitionspunkte, die man bekommt.
You might
Also
be familiar
kompliziert.
with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
Ja.
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of Beast
You?
of...
I don't like. Keep out of this.
Nette Frau.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs.
Bei
McAfee.
Befragung
The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged.
kann man über Intuitionspunkte
I had a
sagen,
rat slipped us on a
dass man
thin.
eine Frage zum Beispiel übergeben möchte. Ein bisschen wie bei Wer
so
wird Millionär.
dopey.
Und
I can't remember.
ja, ja.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this.
Und man
My
kann
husband
auch
has settled
die
the
Community
score
befragen,
with Mark.
was die bei dieser Stelle angegeben haben, ob sie falsch oder die Wahrheit gesagt hat.
What can you tell us
Und
about the
so muss ich
passenger in the car?
Informationen holen.
Jessica Hamilton.
Oh mein Gott.
Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies.
Und trotz, dass es so
What more can I say?
episodenhaft aufgebaut ist, geht es eigentlich erst nach diesem Level, wo man jetzt schon gut 3-4 Stunden gespielt hat. Sagen wir mal 3, wollen wir nicht übertreiben. Sagt mir doch nicht die Wahrheit. So, jetzt habe ich nicht aufgepasst, weil ich geredet habe. Spitze.
She's your protege?
You could say that. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
We found a shrunken head that was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The
Tust du
last thing
nicht.
I remember is getting behind the wheel.
Das ist eine Lüge.
Mrs. McAfee, you're lying. Wasting our time. You know what's going on here. You just won't tell us.
You're sweet, but simple too. The burden of proof is with the law.
Ja, definitiv.
You should run along now. Don't worry yourself. This will all get sorted out. This is the way things
Also die
get
hat
done.
definitiv Dreck am Stecken. Gut.
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
I want to know what happened between you two that made him want to commit a double murder.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. I pressed him on it, and this is where I end up.
Okay.
Mrs. McCaffrey, I think it would be in
2 von
everyone's
4
best
Fragen
interest if
richtig.
you accompanied
Leider
Coleman Gonzalez back to
nicht
the
so gut.
receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home after. My lawyer and I have talked to the news house.
Mrs. McCaffrey, you are still under the influence of narcotics. You're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
Gut.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake
Dann
out.
waren wir hier jetzt mal beim Tatort. Jetzt geht's in die Klinik, wo wir Jessica Hamilton befragen werden. Weil die hat es am schlimmsten erwischt. Geht's mir herunter. Und die Animationen sind zum größten Teil schön, wenn er hier die Treppen runtergeht. Wenn er sie hochsprintet. Also das ist wirklich gut gemacht und auch Lichtschatten habe ich schon gesagt. Hammergeil, du. Und was für Rockstar üblich ist, gibt es auch versteckte Sachen, wie versteckte Autos. Es gibt jetzt nicht wahnsinnig viele Autos, ungefähr so viel wie in Mafia 2. Aber hier ist einfach alles belebt und die Stadt ist wirklich sehr groß, man kann Sachen erkunden. Also so, da kann man schon nicht klagen. Ich spiele übrigens die PS3-Version. Naja, habt ihr
Hello,
gesehen?
Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
You can't hold me here.
Gut.
No, I don't need to be manhandled by a doctor.
Feeling better since this morning, Jessica?
A little.
Where is the
My head
telephone?
still this
Do you
Können wir
know
jetzt
who
noch
I
mit dem Arzt
am?
unterhalten? Sehe ich das richtig?
Hello, Doctor. I'm Detective Phelps. You're attending to the young lady from the auto accident?
Yes. She's
Also man
conscious
muss
now,
nicht
but I
alles
doubt
machen,
she'll
man
remember
ist da
much.
relativ frei, wie man
She's
den
still
Fall
feeling some of the
löst.
after effects.
Oder eben
Jessica was
nicht.
drugged?
She certainly was. Chloral hydrate would be my guess, and there's clear evidence of abuse. She's still a minor, Detective.
Someone planned a double murder to cover up a statutory rape? Swapped
Okay.
7 years for life against Guy
Als ich
McCaffrey
das
on their
erste Mal
case?
gespielt habe, habe ich den
Doesn't make
Arzt
much
nicht
sense to me.
angesprochen, weil ich es nicht
I
wusste.
guess it depends on what they
Und
have
er
to
hat
do.
aber trotzdem gewusst, dass sie missbraucht wurde.
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole
Und wenn
Phelps.
der
I'm a
Controller
policeman.
vibriert und Musik
I'd like to
ist,
talk to you
gibt
about
es
your
meistens
accident,
Hinweise in der
if
Nähe.
that's okay.
Und
Okay.
es wird dann auch abgerechnet, wie viele Hinweise man gefunden hat und dann halt bewertet. So.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
You could have died in the crash, Jessica. Why would someone want to kill you?
Someone wants to kill me? I wouldn't know anything about
Ja.
that.
Das ist sehr beliebt
I
in
just went along
Hollywood,
with
das merkt man
Jeannie.
schon.
She knows
Die
all
Stadt ist
about the
wirklich
movie
schön
business.
detailliert nachgebaut. Es gibt auch Hintergrundinformationen.
We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry then. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to
Und wenn
take
sie
care
die
of me.
Augen verdreht oder mir nicht in die Augen gucken kann, dann lügt sie oder
Jessica, if you don't want me to
ich
call your
zweifle
father,
es an.
you better tell me what happened.
Weil wir haben ja einen
Please,
Brief
please don't call Daddy.
ihren Eltern
Why are you being so horrible to me? Can't you see what I've been through?
gefunden und Man muss so ein Gespür für Zwischenmenschlichkeit wohl entwickeln, oder?
Junie is a big movie
Also
star.
man
You probably
sollte auf
know
jeden
that.
Fall mehr
She's doing
solche
in a movie.
guten Ideen in Spielen verbauen. Jetzt habe ich wieder nicht zugehört, ey, das ist doch... Ach ja, aber ich kann euch jetzt mal Intuition zeigen. Ich habe 5... So.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
Ja.
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times.
Und
Screaming,
je nachdem,
really.
wie man halt
It can be very hard
agiert,
sometimes, Junie.
entwickeln sich die Gespräche
Like they
auch
seemed
anders.
okay yesterday, like
Das
they
ist
worked
dann
it
schon
out.
sehr schön gemacht. So.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Jessica, I really need you to help me here.
I remember the mermaid.
Was the mermaid in the movie too?
No, it was on the front of a building. We pulled up in front of the mermaid.
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Gut, hätten wir das geklärt.
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that? Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release. I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her.
Tja, hier ist, in diesem Level ist alles drin. Eben hier von der Verfolgung, Nachbesuch,
There she
Verhör,
goes. Come on.
Schießereien kommen noch. Unauffällig folgen. Das gilt sowohl für die Entfernung als auch für das Fahrverhalten. Das ist schon mal Bullshit.
Ballard is definitely up to something.
Auch Kollateralschaden oder überhaupt Schaden, den man macht in der Welt, wird einem dann später angerechnet. Die Steuerung ist ein bisschen hakelig, also
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
man kann auch zwischendrin als auch zwischendrin, wenn man beim Polizeiauto fährt, Sprüche und Verbrechen während der Mission kann man annehmen oder nicht, wie man will. Und das schaut schon schön aus. Man kann sich schön rumgucken, was man leider nicht kann mit seinen Kameras. Einstellungen gibt nur 2. Na, was ist da los? Aha.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Tja, das ist nicht fehlerfrei. So. Das Deckungssystem, auch sehr schön.
It's a tasty burger.
Jetzt guckt sie sich um, wir warten noch. Setzen wir uns hin und nehmen uns die Zeit und uns mal getan. Wir telefonieren daher zu
I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it. You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls.
Die haben ja viel gekauft.
I'm very clear about this. I'm You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803. Sure, I got the film.
Und verlassen. Verlassen. Tür. Auto. Jetzt geht's weiter.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop to light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble ahead of him. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh.
Wenn der Weg sehr weit ist. Wir sind... Wo sind wir denn? Wir sind da. Nein, wo sind wir denn? Da sind wir. Da sind wir, da müssen wir hin. Zu dem Fähnchen.
Shit, you're gonna step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just from looking at him.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story? I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11K, 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Gun it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Aber geht doch zu seinen Leuten.
Roger, KGPL. 11K en route.
So. Schönes Apartment. Nichts wie hin. Lauft, 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 lauft. Und das Lustige ist, er kann nur goldene Türgriffe öffnen.
We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Alles klar.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.
Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please, come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess!
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
Also gut, wir gucken uns, während sie sich beruhigt, ein bisschen um. Statue.
I think this is going to help us.
Das ja, uns hilft nicht alles weiter. Aber das hilft uns definitiv weiter. Ein Scheck über 2000. Gut, das ist ein
What do you have to do to
Hinweis.
earn $20,000?
Was ist das?
Doesn't tell me anything.
Sagt dir nichts. Das ist vibriert. Ah, und das hilft uns auch nicht weiter.
Presented to Mark.
Hinweissattel. Das ist auch nichts. Aber hier ein Bild.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
Ein Tower.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
Gut, haben wir das auch entdeckt. Ah, was war da? Zurück. Nicht? Wir können auch unseren Partner um Hilfe fragen. Ja, der guckt sich Löffel an. Sieht es nicht so aus, als wäre das notwendig.
I doubt it.
Zweifelt er. Da ist aber noch ein Picture.
Looks like we found our mermaid. Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Okay, das war's wohl. Jetzt quatschen wir noch ein bisschen mit der Frau.
Those men. I think they work for Guy McAfee. You know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Yeah.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Good.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Okay.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
It's a lot of money, Mrs. Bishop. Doesn't it strike you as unusual?
Perhaps. Movies are expensive to make. You'd be surprised what expenses get hidden in the budget and how the money gets moved
Tja,
around.
und heute sind sie genauso teuer. Oder man kauft sich
Your
das
husband
Spiel
was at
ab,
a
man hat
casting
einen
yesterday
kompletten
with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
The girl is named Jessica Hamilton. She was drugged. You should tell me what you know, Mrs. Bishop.
My husband is no saint, detective. He's going to have to atone for his own sins.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Tja, das haben wir schon mal gehört, so ähnlich. Wir sind hier wohl fertig. Ein Telefon.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks for your help.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, a movie producer's wife. We're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
From the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed? Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
Yeah. You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and the cat.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ! I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way. Keep him here, Stefan. I'm going to take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people? Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Huh. Well, well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
So this is where you sprang from.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test? So what next?
Hit Hopgood with the evidence, Phelps. See if he sings.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
He was here yesterday, and something happened that pushed him over the edge. You're holding out on us, Hopgood.
You know, I have very good connections with the Vice Squad.
Well, there's a surprise.
They won't appreciate you coming in here and strong-arming me.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps! Roy Earl, ad vice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlin?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part. Happens every day. Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen. Stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
Yeah, man. Good boys.
I think they like your little pep talk, Bukowski.
Oh, shit! Get us out of here! They really don't want
anybody get to Bishop before they do.
Das hat schon alles richtig bei.
We need to lose those fools, Phelps.
I can't take the shot from here, Cole.
Make a move! We're sitting ducks here!
Keep it steady. I'll try and bust his tires.
Either give me a good shot or get us the hell out of here!
Let's see him chase us now. Onto the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
So, aber jetzt sage ich ihm, er soll fahren.
Can you drive to this one? So, where you want to go?
Zum Jungle Drum Set. Mit unserer schönen
Oh, Christ.
Automobil.
They say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Mikowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McCaffrey really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
Die Atmosphäre stimmt einfach. Es ist belebt. Vor allem wirklich ziemlich belebter wie Mafia 2, was mich ja wirklich enttäuscht hat. Was wirklich schade ist, weil Mafia 1 einer der besten Spiele war. Aber Noir holt wirklich alles raus. Natürlich könnte immer noch mehr gehen, aber ich glaube auf der Xbox sind auch noch 3 CDs.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it!
Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit. Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
So, jetzt müssen wir den verfolgen. Schön, dass er springt.
We're trying to help you, Bishop. This is all a big mistake.
Boys, your choice.
I didn't do anything. Get the hell out of here, you goddamn
Bishop, that's enough.
That girl made it all up.
Don't make this any harder on yourself, Bishop.
Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
Und dann kommt der
I'll stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place.
Jetzt gibt's noch richtig mächtig Schießen.
Christ, Detective, they're trying to kill me!
Last chance to back the hell down.
It's this way.
Weil wir nicht mehr viel Zeit haben, weil
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
wirklich schnell möchte.
Kill them, for God's sake! I don't want to die!
There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it.
Find some cover!
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
Really hurts. Is this really the best McAfee's got?
Man sieht auch Einschusslöcher und alles. Großes Kino.
Get me out of here! This is insanity!
Get him over here! I'll cover you! Come on! The cavalry's here!
Alles klar. Ja, wie wurde der jetzt getötet? Das gibt's doch nicht. Unglaublich.
Get him over here! I'll cover you!
Keine Maschine. Schneller.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
Gewusst.
Follow me. We need to get him to the car.
Weapons on the ground, now!
God, they're everywhere.
Here's one. Stay in cover. LAPD, you're making a big...
Das dann aber eher was von Wasserspitze hat.
Is this really the best McAfee's got?
Schwerer Junge. So, damit hätten wir das auch geschafft.
Now this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer, an all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statch rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice with a capital J, Detective Phelps. Developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted. Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Bukowski, this your work?
Can I help you, Detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying.
So, das war's von LA Noir. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Man sieht sich zu weiteren Games. Ich verabschiede mich. Viel Spaß beim Zocken.
You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
Get a table ready for you.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse.
Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives. Just through the door.
He was my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. You realize what he meant to me?
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood. So what about that drink, boys?